One more time for the greatest team in America.
Hi folks, this is Alan Tyson for Lee Hill and Johnston Insurers. Well, back the tractor off my head, Mama, I can't breathe. Last week I predicted our game against Texas State would go ugly early, and boy did it ever. After the Bobcats took the opening kickoff and marched 57 yards on 14 plays down to our 1 yard line, only to have our sophomore linebacker from Savannah blow them up on 4th and goal. A defensive battle of epic proportion broke out. In between 4 drives, totaling 13 plays for only 17 yards, our Birds did manage to squeeze in one for 13 plays, 77 yards, and a touchdown. That combined with a late field goal coming off an interception, and we went to the locker room winning 10-0. In the third quarter, a safety increased our lead to 13-0, but our Blue Birds of Prey simply could not move the football against State's well game-planned and fired-up defense. Fortunately, our only drive of over 30 yards in the second half did result in a field goal. After getting on the board themselves late in the third, the Cats hit pay dirt again with only 2:20 left in regulation, and it all came down to a 2-point conversion. But our feathered defenders were up to the task, preserving the 15-13 victory, running our record to 5-1 overall and 3-0 in the Sun Belt. I want to congratulate our defense for playing an awesome game. Not only did they hold Texas State to only 242 yards of total offense, they only allowed 107 on the ground, with 61 of those coming on one play. Combine that with a goal line stand, an interception, a safety, and a successfully defended 2-point conversion, and you got yourself a pretty doggone good day at the office. Though our offense struggled, they did manage to get enough points on the board to put us in a position to win a very tough football game. And they were able to run the last 2 minutes, 19 seconds off the clock, allowing us to get out of San Marvelous with another one in the win column. Our special teams were once again superb. We made our only extra point. We were 2 of 2 on field goals, blocked a punt, recovered a fumble. Of our 8 punts, 3 were down inside the 10-yard line, and we covered a very tough onside kick with the game on the line. Folks, I know it wasn't pretty, but you're not going to have your best stuff every Saturday. Combine that with being on the road in conference play, and you got yourself a roadmap for disaster. Hallelujah. Disaster avoided. Way to go, Big Blue. As for today, our Eagles will complete their longest back-to-back road trip since the 1986 playoffs, as they've traveled to the land of enchantment to take on New Mexico State in a non-conference tilt. Our Birds haven't beaten a non-conference opponent on the road since they drained the swamp with a 26-20 win over Florida in 2013. This will be the 5th meeting between the two schools. Our Birds currently hold a 3-1 edge in the series, with 2 of our 3 victories coming in Las Cruces. The Aggies, who won last year's matchup in the Burrow, are 9-49 over the last 5.5 years under their current head coach, Doug Martin. These cattlemen from the Cactus State are 2-5 in 2018 and have been somewhat porous on the defensive side of the ball this season, allowing their opponents an average of just under 44 points per game against them. In fact, Louisiana laid double sixes on them last Saturday in Lafayette. On the offensive side of the ball, they haven't exactly been the Green Bay Packers either, averaging just over 24 points per contest. However, they did put up 49 2 weeks ago in a victory over Liberty, a team that last week beat Troy. So what does all this mean? I'll be doggone if I know. As Forrest Gump would say, It looks like these New Mexicans from the Mozilla Valley are like a box of chocolates. You never know what you might get. But I do know what these agriculturalists from the City of the Crosses is going to get, and that is a butt whipping they won't soon forget from a brotherhood that we know as our men in blue, who had the opportunity to become bowl eligible only 7 games into the season for the first time since joining the FBS. Man, I think the hair just stood up on my neck. Run roughshod over these ranchers from the Rio Grande, Eagles.
And folks, you just can't beat that. And you just can't beat Georgia Southern. And you ain't seen nothing yet.